Welcome back to the Brewing a Better You podcast or Baby podcast. So this is our third episode already. So we're just trying to be consistent and sobrang grateful ako sa mga nag-message na sabi na, uy, gusto din nila maging guest, gusto nila magbigay ng input sa ibang tao. So soon mag-invite ako ng different people para hindi lang opinion ko yung mapaprovide ko dito and different POVs din ng ibang tao. So actually, this is just my passion project. Sayang kasi yung mga thoughts and wisdom that I get from different people, from my clients and friends na nakakausap ko. Kasi unexpectedly, people are drawn to me para mag-ask for advices. And unexpectedly, ang dami ko rin nabibigyan na wisdom sa kanila na hindi ko alam saan nanggagaling. So, kaysa isa lang yung makinabang, I'm sharing it ngayon sa inyo without syempre telling their names. So, I'm sharing ngayon through this podcast yung wisdom, wisdom na mapoprovide ko sa kanila. So, hopefully, makinabang din kayo dito kasi most of the people that I talk with really get value from what I share with them. So, this is again a passion project. All I want is for me to be consistent, to upload one episode every week despite the busy schedule that I have. And wala mo na akong pake if di siya ganun ka-aesthetic or di siya ganun kaganda. Wala nga din tayong intro song or intro music. So, if meron willing mag-donate or what, so, thank you. Thank you in advance. So, anything goes, basta palag na agad. So, for our topic for today is, can you really balance life? Lalo ngayon at you're adulting at 30s. So, I saw this one reel the other day na merong isang waitress na dala-dala yung, I think that's 20 mugs of beers. And ang na-caption dun is, me trying to balance work, gym, home, social life, 8 hours sleep, meal prepping, self-care. And then eventually, dun sa video, nahulog yung beer. And tinawanan na lang ng actress, ng waitress. So, sobrang relate ako dun kasi nga, how can you juggle everything with buhat-buhat mo ng sabay-sabay lahat ng mga priorities mo sa buhay? Partida, wala pang anak yung scenario ko doon. So, for context, here are the things that I do. I'm a life planner, financial advisor for almost 10 years. So, I'm also servicing around 500 clients already. So, dahil sa customer service industry tayo, may times na hindi mo alam ngayon kung mag-work pa ba or hindi kasi may tumawag, may nag-text, may nagpapa-help. So, ganun. I'm also a unit manager leading a team of life planners and financial advisors. So, damay na din yung I have to train them and also their personal problems. So, kinakwentuhan din nila ako ng personal problems nila. I also service clients through HMO, through uh, the Blue Company and the Violet Company. So, servicing a big amount of families and corporate accounts already. Then, yun nga, di ba? If you notice, I'm in a service in this, I'm in a customer service industry, and it's a no joke. And servicing them really demands time. Kaya recently ko lang natutunan how to put boundaries sa work. And yun nga, medyo nagigilty ako sa part na yun. Tapos, ito, dagdag pa na I'm doing this podcast kasi nga, I want to give back. I want to have this passion project. Tapos, I also do running. So, earlier this morning, I catched up with some of my friends while doing running. And I also signed up for a full marathon on February 2026. So, kailangan ko pa rin mag-training syempre para doon. So, hindi lang siya basta chill run na. So, kailangan ko talaga siya ayusin. Tapos, ang dami rin nag-aya ng catch up with my former workmates, my schoolmates nung college. So, ang dami-dami mong kailangan yung balansehin. Pero bakit willing ako magpa-hustle sa ganun? So, wala lang. Kasi, ano yun, nakikita mo yung limit ng katawan mo. Uy, kaya pa to, sige lang. Pero actually, di din siya ganun kadali. So, nagagawa ko to kasi feeling ko, kaya ko pa tong gawin. Kasi wala pa naman akong anak and wala pang nakasalalay masyado sa shoulders ko. Though, I'm also a breadwinner. I still live with my parents. I still live with my younger sister with her anak. And most of the expenses ako ang nagbubuhat. Pero alam mo yun, parang sige lang kaya yan. Alam mo yun, medyo dumarating sa ano eh, ginagaslight na natin yung sarili natin na sige kaya pa yan. Lahat ng challenge, sige palag. So, bakit? Bakit willing tayo, ay bakit nagkakaroon ng ganong klaseng pressure sa buhay? So, I think for me, number one, is there's this what we call career pressure na if pa-prioritize mo yung health dun sa mga binitbit ng waitress kanina. If you prioritize your health, your social life, your relationships, your loved ones, over their career, mafe-feel mo naman na baka mamaya mapag-iwanan ako sa career. Makikita mo yun sa mga kapaligid mo or kabatch mo na, uy, sila umaasenso na ikaw hindi pa din. Pero na dun yung fulfillment, ay, nakapag-find time ako with my family, with my loved ones. Pero yun nga lang, maybe, your income will not be as much as, or at least near, doon sa batch mo. Then, number two is, well, you're already in the 30s, marami na sa inyo, marami na sa atin is may pinapahid na. So, yung body battery natin is mas mabilis maubos compared nung 20s. And, yung tipong 4 a.m. ka uuwi, galing kang gimmick or galing kang inom or galing kang labas. Then, papasok ka ng 7 a.m., kaya pa nakatuan mo dati eh. Parang wala lang siya. Pero ngayon, you really have to manage your energy kasi nga mabilis na tayo maubos. Then, number three, yung friendships ngayon, pag may mag-aaya ng catch-up, may mag-aaya ng reunion, mahina na yung 1 month. Mahina na yung 1 month para na heads up na schedule. Lahat iba-iba na kasi schedule, lalo na at 30s may anak na, pamilyado na. So, hindi mo na sila basta-basta pwede kalad ka rin compared before. And last is, if nung number one, career pressure, kung puro work ka naman ngayon, ito is number four, if puro work ka naman ngayon, baka naman magtampo yung loved ones mo, yung family mo, and maybe for most 30s out there who have their parents still, our parents are not getting any younger. So, pag inuna ko naman masyado yung work, wala ka ng quality time, wala ka ng core memory with them. And how would you ngayon, how would you balance everything? Or is it really possible to balance yung life over all those priorities mo sa buhay? So here are 5 things that I do, and then hopefully makatulong sa inyo ito kasi somehow feeling ko fulfilled naman ako. So number one is squeeze in time for for walks or for exercise. So ako kasi routine ko is every morning nakakapag-gym. So, bakit morning? Kasi ito yung pinaka-konti yung tao. Wala akong kakausapin, wala akong papakisamahan when it comes with the equipment. Wala akong hihintayin masyado. So, pinakamabilis yung oras ko sa gym pag sa umaga. But, there are times as well if the demand of my work requires more time, hindi na ako nakapag-gym or masyadong maraming meetings. So, sa lakad ko dinadaan. So, I usually walk in the night after ko mag-work para magmuni-muni, para mag-breathe, para more on me time, para ganyan, muni-muni and all. So, it's around 30 to 60 minutes para lang gumalaw, and usually do it sa street, two or three streets dito sa amin para lang paikot-ikot lang dito. And very helpful siya for me to declutter my mind kasi as much as possible, wala akong dalang phone, or kung meron man akong dalang phone, di ako nagde-data. It's more on me inputting my thoughts dun sa notes. Or if kaya mo, sa mall pa rin maglakad, or maybe sa park na mas safe, para hindi ka na nga mag-isip na, ano yun, nagmumuni-muni ka na kung isip mo pa yung safety mo. Lalo na ngayon, di ba, ang daming nangyayari sa paligid. Matik na yung pagwawalk na ito if you're a commuter. So, if you're a commuter, madali lang mga 10,000 steps. Kasi, well, malayo ang bus carousel, malayo ang MRT, LRT, and you walking can be easily done, 10,000 steps, by just, walk ka lang, pupunta lang sa office mo. Pero, if meron kang car, pwede mong gawin is, layaan mo yung pagpapark mo. So, huwag mo siya nang ilapit dun sa office mo para meron kang time for you to walk to your office and more from your office papunta sa car mo. and that's maybe around 15 minutes walk one way. So, di ba, 30 minutes walk na kagad yon. That's around uh, 2,000 to 3,000 steps. Laking tulong na rin yun. But, yung pandemic, ito naman yung natutunan ko na dahil hindi pa naman ako nag-gym dati, doon ko natutunan na there are YouTube videos na sobrang galante ng mga content creators doon na you could easily follow them. And body weights lang is malaking tulong na maybe around 15 minutes of high intensity training or hit body weight training para, I mean, 15 minutes lang pawis na ka na, nailabas mo na yung happy hormones mo, endorphins mo sa katawan mo, and you will really feel better. You will really feel better. So, dun ko napansin na you really have to be intentional if you really want to squeeze in those physical activities or physical movements. Pero if ayaw mo naman pagpawisan kasi maybe I know few people na mayroong skin problems na bawal at magkaka-rashes. Pwede mo nang tuloy lang yung walking at night kasi at least hindi naman mainit, hindi maaraw. Pwede mo ituloy yung hindi ka pagpapawisan. And ganun lang ginagawa mo. Yun nga, ganun na lang ginagawa ko pag sobrang busy. And pagtapos na yung work para wala nang mag-aabala. Yan. So that's number one. Number two is to time block your calendar and treat it treat your calendar as sacred. So ako, ang ginagawa ko is nagba-block ako ng work hours ko. Then I also treat fitness or yung wellness ko na as like an appointment, and yung social time ko din. Kaya nga doon na ba, sabi ko kanina, inaabot ng around 1 month before ako pumayag sa isang appointment with a friend, with friends, kasi hindi naman din nga ganun kadali mag-book with them. So, ang bilis. Actually, ngayon may workout kaming schedule with one of my college council friends na sana matuloy, di ba? Kasi ang tagal namin itong sineset up. So, bakit? Bakit ko siya, and I usually use Google Sheet. Bakit Google Sheet? It's the most na nga, simplest pa. It's the most simple app na if you're an Android or if you're an iOS or kung ano man yung OS ng iyong cellphone, you could easily look at it kasi libre din si Google Docs, I mean si Google Sheet. So, para isang tinginan ko lang, ito yung ideal week ko, makikita ko na agad, makikita ko na agad sa week ko for that, na makikita ko na agad yung na-plot ko sa week na yun na, meron akong event this week, meron akong kailangang i-meet, meron akong, ito yung me time ko, ito yung family event, para alam ko na agad na medyo marami yata akong time for myself or medyo marami yata akong time for my work. I have to balance na ngayon yung time for each and everything. So, ngayon, take note, I mentioned ideal. So, meron akong ginagawang ideal weekly schedule na hindi naman siya ganun ka-strict na nasusunod. It's just for me to have a structure na meron akong susundin, na meron akong titignan na if I feel lost, ano nga ba ulit gagawin ko during Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, etc. Alam ko, okay, this is my priority during this day. And yun yung nakakatulong eh. So sample tayo. Every Mondays ko is more on meetings for my co-leaders and also meeting with and coaching with my co-life planners para alam kong okay, Mondays, di ako pwede mag-book during the morning and afternoon. And then on the evening naman, it's more on me time. It's more on my study time. So, sakto din kasi tuwing Mondays, wala naman nagyayaya ng gala. Diba? It's the start of the week, gala agad or iinom. So, walang ganun. Then other days, super flexible na ako dito. And kaya ako naglalagay na ng structure kasi or else baka maging ligaw na kaluluwa ako. So, that's the purpose why I set a weekly ideal schedule, not daily, kasi I have to balance the priorities ng buhay ko. So, ang natutunan ko dito is hindi mo talaga kayang mabalance ang iyong life if per day ka magcha-check. So, aim to move maybe 3 times a week ka makakapag-gym or once or twice a week ka makipagkita sa friends and colleagues mo for catch up. Then, ito, ako family time, church time, talaga Sunday ito. And then all other days are rests para meron kang time pa rin for yourself to recover your body battery. So, quick story. Back when I was still an employee, I usually spend Saturdays para umakyat ng bundok, para maghanap ng waterfalls, or any other outdoor activities na mura lang, na budgeted lang. Back then, we call it Weekend Warrior. I don't know if Weekend Warrior pa rin ang tawag hanggang ngayon. Pero ngayon kasi, most of my clients and most of my advisors or life planners are free during weekends kasi nga wala silang work, so mas free yung time nila for meetings. Kaya nag-work tayo tuloy tuwing Saturday. So offset ko na lang siya sa ibang weekday na hindi ako mag-work. And then Sundays are really sacred for me. That's more on for my family time and church time. So most of the time hindi ako nag-work nito unless super urgent, unless may client talagang in need or may emergency cases. Pero yun nga, it's more on for those that really matter for me. Ayan. So, next. Next is, number three is to do habit stacking. So, I heard this principle kay James Clear na book of Atomic Habits. So, how many of you nakapagbasa na nito or maybe narinig na ito? So, dito, ang concept nito is para magawa ko yung dalawa kong gustong gawin, I have to do ginagawa ko is yung gym and also learning new things, pinagsasabay ko. So, how do I do it? So, pinagsabay ko yung gym and podcast or audiobook. So, for now, ang mga nabasa ko na ay as Millionaire Fastlane, Psychology of Money, Your Five Next Moves, and more, many more. And then, pag medyo sawa na ako sa audiobook, babalik ako ng podcast. So, mga pinapakinggan ko is si Rob Dial, Mindset Mentor, kay Simon Sinek, kay Maxwell, kay John Maxwell. Ito yung mga pinapakinggan ko. Pag local naman, Lecheng Pag-ibig to, and Adulting with Joy Spring, and iba pang nahahagip ng algorithm ko. So, yun yung mga bagay na, ay, napagsasabay ko yung physical health and also mental and intellectual health, 'di ba? So that's so much convenient for me, 1 or 2 hours every morning if kaya mag-gym, and okay na siya agad. I'm doing two things that I love at the same time. Then another way naman that works for me is, yeah, katulad kanina umaga, when my friends invited me to, "Uy, takbo tayo." Game agad ako kasi, "Uy, parang ang tagal na namin hindi nagkikita. Ang tagal na namin huling tumakbo." Kaya sige game para catch up kasi one of my friends recently got married. So parang ang chika namin is, "Oh, kumusta yung buhay may asawa?" Dahil bagong lipat sila, etc. etc. Yung isa naman is 1 year na, hinihintay kami na kailan siya ililipat dun sa bagong bahay nila. So, kumbaga, while running, while taking care of your health, you're also gaining more points with your social life with them. Kaya feeling ko mas madaling makapag-catch up if the friends that you have the same interests with them. 'Di ba? Like, for example, running or going to the gym. Then, another thing for me is pag nagda-drive naman ako, kaysa music, mostly podcast or audiobook yung pinapakinggan ko. Kaya to the point na yung kapatid ko nabobore kasi alam mo yun, hindi naman niya interest yung podcast. Pero ako, sorry, ako yung nagda-drive. Nasa akin yung control. So, ako bahala dito. So, sorry na. And other things that you can do as well, maybe cooking while talking with your friends on your phone, or podcast ulit, audiobook, or meal prepping, et cetera, habang naglilinis ng kotse and all, habang kayo bahala. Kumbaga, try as much as possible to do two things that you love at the same time para at least sulit yung oras ninyo. Ayan. And then, number 4, ito sobrang guilty ako dito, and recently ko nga lang ito natututunan. And that's learning to say no. So, dahil sobrang guilty ako dito lalo na nung ano, uh, I mentioned earlier, or I mentioned in the previous episode that I was a yes person to the point na ang dami na nasa plato ko. So, back when I was still an employee, kahit di ko work, okay lang kasi ang thinking ko nun, may matututunan naman ako dito. May makukuha naman ako dito eventually. So, I was a QA/QC engineer, pero gumawa ako ng welcome video ng planta. So, nagre-record ako, may camera, binigyan naman ako ng camera, binigyan naman ako ng tools, pero it's out of the it's out of the job description. Kaya nung nagkaroon ng performance appraisal, hindi ko maibida yun kasi yung performance appraisal is iba yung category or iba yung criteria for me to have a great rating compared dun sa mga nagawa ko kasi nga mas mahirap yung gumawa ng welcome video. So, dun ko natutunan na, okay, fine. Never again. Never again. So, but now, when but but now I know when to say no kasi I already know my worth. If the activity is worth my time, if sa tingin ko someone will really get value from what I will do, sige game ako doon. Kasi I realize na kapag lagi kang available, baka taken for granted ka naman. Diba? Take note, no? Baka taken for granted ka if yes ka ng yes. So, sample tayo. Kahit di naman tayo pumunta dun sa ano ni Rewel kasi oo naman ulit yan. Kahit di na matuloy yan. Madali naman siya pausapan. Take note, knowing your boundaries would protect both your energy and your relationships with your loved ones. Example, next week na lang tayo magkita kasi agit ka ni, irritated ka na, ubos ka na. So, need mo muna mag-recharge. So, ngayon, pag nagkita kayo, uy, you're in a good mood. Nasa, ano ka na, okay ka ngayon makipag-usap. Kasi naman yung pinilit mong ipasok yung schedule mo, kahit pagod ka na, yes, na-serve mo yung purpose na magkita, but maybe the experience that once in a blue moon na meet up ninyo is hindi ka pa okay sa kanila kasi agit ka, irritated ka, ubos ka. Kaya to those na nasa say no ko to, sorry pero there are more important things for me right now, take note right now, but soon, reschedule lang natin kasi at least alam niyo na once and when I show up in our reunion or in our catch up, goods ako. Hindi kayo agit or hindi kayo mainis sa aura. Ganun. So, yan. And lastly, number 5, rest is also sacred. Rest is also part of the balance. So, not every time, you don't need to be productive or you don't need to do tasks. And actually, resting is also a productive activity. So, there was a time that was 2021 na sobra akong uh, nag-hustle talaga for a target, for sobrang nagabal ako ng targets nun, na kahit linggo, kahit Sunday, I'm still scheduling work. So, to the point na wala akong pahinga. But then, my body suddenly, okay, nagbre-breakdown na tayo, inuubo na tayo. Pero, alam ko naman hindi ako pinagpawisan and all kasi nga wala rin akong time para mag-exercise. So, nagkakasakit na ako and all. Na, even if magbero ka ako or mag-vitamins o ano-ano na, hindi na siya kinakaya. Until my body took that blow and parang ilang araw din ako hindi nakapag-work. So, binawi din yung thinking ko yun. So, schedule real rest as in wala kang ibang iniisip but to take care of yourself. Kasi, if hindi mo gagawa ng paraan para alagaan ang katawan mo, gagawa ng paraan yung katawan mo para alagaan mo siya, pero sa hindi mo gustong paraan. Take note. So, to wrap it up, so number 1 is to squeeze in time for your health or kahit walks, okay na siya. Number 2 is to time block. Schedule mo yung buhay mo. Treat your calendar as sacred. Create an ideal weekly schedule. Next is to do habit stacking. Next is to learn to say no or at least to postpone. And lastly is to have an intentional rest. So to add on this, maybe you need also to find a work that revolves around dun sa binavalue mo talaga. Kasi kung hindi pasok yung yung work mo, baka mamaya nagka-suffer yung everything dahil ang taas masyado ng demands ng work mo na puro work ka na lang pero all other aspects of life hindi ka nabubuhay. I mean, hindi ka nabubuhay. You're just working. So most of the people that I talk with nowadays actually are willing to be demoted para maron para magkaroon sila ng time for their family, for their passion, for their loved ones. And that's those things will make them feel alive. So time with their passion para at least alam nila, oh, ito pala ulit yung sparks nila sa life, 'di ba? So actually meron akong mga kilala na willing din silang wag ma-promote, na ayaw man nila ma-promote actually. Okay lang sila sa rank and file kasi alam nila sa sarili nila na mawalan ako ng time for my family if magiging supervisor ako, maging manager ako. So that's actually how I rethink my career and choosing something that let me grow while still honoring my energy and values and yet fulfilling yung work ko. So, balik ngayon tayo dun sa question kanina is, non-topic itong episode na to, can you really balance life? So, for me, based on lahat na nabanggit ko, balancing isn't just about doing everything. It's about making space, making time for what really matters. Kahit short time lang ito, but very intentional, you're really present during those moments without forgetting yourself in the process as well, really matters. Then that's how I think na kaya ako feeling na kahit ang dami-dami kong ginagawa, feeling ko fulfilled pa rin ako sa mga ginagawa ko kasi short time lang and there's this presence of me na I really show up if yun yung intention ko. And that's my really intention. So, bakit? So, life isn't perfectly balanced every day. Pero possible na maging feeling balanced siya if intentional ka with what you do. And isa pang na-accept ko is there are really some some seasons na para sa work and there are some seasons for you need for recovery and there are some seasons then for reconnection. So sample tayo. For work, I know there are several accountants na during their first quarter, bugbugan talaga yan dahil annual ITR. Then some for healing, after nilang mabugbog for ITR, doon na sila magano papahinga. And then some for reconnection. This is, I think, during Burr months or most especially during Christmas season. Ayun. So, that's our episode for today. So, let's continue our conversation sa TikTok or sa IG. So, tag me at your life engineer and let me know ano yung biggest takeaway ninyo on this episode and let me know what episode to do next. So, see you in our next episode.